Hello folks, this has gone Spy. The Spy will come to you live for Mass Effect 1 the remaster. We have finally arrived to the planet of Noveria. Now, to recap to business, there's been geth activity that's been shown off on Noveria according to the ambassador, and from what we gather from Captain Anderson, that the corporation that controls over Noveria respects the only thing, and that is the Spectres. However, they're not very popular here, and because other information we managed to gather from the locals back at the Citadel is that gangs and thugs are hanging around somewhere on Noveria, and which makes the Spectres not very popular to have. But because that we did have a Spectre on the Normandy, the system of the people in charge had allowed us passage to land here. So without further ado, let's move onward. The council also reports that there has been geth that has an interest in the cooperated research colony on Noveria. We need to find out exactly why, other than the fact that the research stationed here is illegal. So, better hope that you got some winter coats, because this is a frozen tundra. They are. I know you've been through several assignments with us already on several drops, but this is your first actual mission, so hopefully you'll be able to handle this. And it looks like the welcoming committee has thrown out on the board.
That's far enough.
It's alright, we'll cooperate.
We're not here to cause problems.
This is an unscheduled arrival. I need your credentials.
You first. Who are you?
You first.
We're the law here. Show some respect.
Bitch.
I'm Captain Maiko Matsuo, Ilanis Risk Control Services.
This is John Shepard, a Spectre and soldier of the Alliance Navy, and he's with the Council.
I'm a Spectre.
We're
My name is
all-
Shepard.
Load of horse crap, man.
You clearly have
We
not
will need to
been
confirm
reading the
that.
news.
Also, I must advise you that firearms are not permitted on Noveria.
What?
Sergeant Sterling, secure their weapons.
The hell you are?
Don't try it.
Alright. We'll cooperate. We're not here to cause any problems. We're just trying to get some information about certain things, and then we'll be on our way.
Stand down. Their house, their rules.
Don't come crying at me when they slice your gut open.
Captain Matsuo, stand down. We confirmed their identity. Spectres are authorized to carry weapons here, Captain.
You may proceed, Spectre. I hope the rest of your visit will be less confrontational. Parasini-san will meet you upstairs. Behave yourself.
I can easily say the same thing about you, bitch.
I'm sure Parasini-san will answer any questions you have.
San, huh? You must be Japanese. And don't worry, I've been brushing on my brochure on honing my Japanese language for years, so hopefully I might be able to lend in some translation.
Spectres. Don't mind the bones.
You must be Gianna Palasani.
I am Gianna Parasini, assistant to Administrator Ananias. We apologize for the incident in the docking bay.
Yes, thank you for helping us get through.
I appreciate your help.
You're welcome. You understand our security chief was only doing her job.
As we're trying to do ours.
Of new arrivals. Do you have any questions?
To begin with, why is security so tight and why so many guards?
Pretty heavy security for such a small port.
The executive board does everything in its power to protect the privacy of our client corporations.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to step on some toes.
I can't have my investigation hampered.
Tread lightly. The board can bury you in litigation. You'd need an Asari lawyer to see the case through.
We have an Asari, but she's not a lawyer. We were told by the council that there's Geth activity on Noveria. We'd like to investigate this to be true.
Has anyone unusual passed through here recently?
Unusual? An Asari matriarch passed through a few days ago. Lady Benezia.
Benezia?
Benezia. She is here?
Liara's mother. We need to see her. Is there any way we can talk to her?
Can I speak with her?
Benezia left for the Peak 15 research complex days ago. To the best of my knowledge, she's still there.
That's the place we need to go then. We need directions. Can we go there?
Could you tell me how to get there?
You'll need to ask Administrator Ananias for clearance to leave this port.
Very well. Where is this, Ananias?
Where can I find the administrator?
His office is on the main level, left at the top of the elevator.
Okay. Goodbye then.
Understood. Can we go in now?
Of course. If you need any help, you can ask me at the administrator's office.
She is here. I can't believe it. I
Liara?
imagine you want to talk to me, Shepard. About my mother.
It's okay. We can trust you. Don't worry.
No, I don't. I trust you, Liara. You may not be military, but you're part of my crew.
You're part of us
Thank
now.
you, Shepard. That means a great deal to me. The sooner we're off this frozen world, the better.
Yes. To be honest, I'd much rather be on this world than on Noveria than having to deal with the 100 degrees going on in Tennessee. I'm not kidding.
Welcome to Port Hanshan, the galaxy's most respected site for independent scientific research and development. For your own safety and to protect the privacy of others, you are required to obey any directions given by our security personnel. If you have questions or concerns, our friendly administrative staff is always available. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
Thank you. A hand arm?
This one offers greetings. You are the Spectre that visits Port Hanshan.
Huh. A few minutes later, and already our reputation precedes us?
News travels fast here.
Indeed, esteemed Spectre. Your arrival was not greeted with any joy by the companies here.
Within expectations.
This one has a burden that you could ease. If an arrangement could be made, it would compensate you. This one has procured a special item for a customer. The item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
Smuggling, in other words.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
No, sounds shady.
I'm supposed to uphold the law, not break it.
This one understands. The offer shall remain open. It truly needs the help.
What was the job?
Tell me about the job again.
This one has procured a special item for a customer.
But you won't tell us what it's
The
for.
item is not permitted within the station, but you could bring it through customs.
Smuggling, in other words. We already mentioned this.
You want me to use my status to smuggle for you?
That is not inaccurate.
Very well. We'll do it.
I have no problem with that.
This one humbly thanks the Spectre. The package will be delivered to your vessel. All you need do is bring it to this one. Please do not mention this to Administrator Analeus. That one would levy fees. Is there anything else this one might help you with?
Just what do you have for sale? Are you a merchant?
Could I buy something now?
Is there anything in particular the Spectre is looking for?
Maybe some upgrades? Alright. Let's see what exactly is it that this Hannah wants us to deliver this package to this particular customer.
I apologize for my rudeness when you arrived. I meant no disrespect.
You were just doing your
I have a
job.
responsibility to protect the safety and privacy of corporations here. The arrival of an Alliance warship was unexpected.
We understand that.
I can understand how that would make people here nervous.
I hoped you might. Is there anything I can do for you today, Commander?
So, you guys are guarding the Normandy.
Why are you still here? Are you guarding my ship?
All of the companies have secrets. Some of them deal in things that are not quite legal. Having a Spectre here makes them nervous. Analeus Sama is buried under petitions to kick you off-world.
You don't say. Sama, huh? So is that much of a great deal of importance of an authority figure, huh? You're protecting the Normandy, then?
Then you're actually protecting Normandy from the companies.
I am protecting them from themselves. They do not have the personnel or training to assault an Alliance frigate.
Alright, I think that's a reasonable explanation. Can we ask you some personal questions? Mekeiko-san.
Tell me about yourself.
You first. I'm just a security guard. I heard that there were no human Spectres. How did you get that job?
We saved Eden Prime,
My crew and I were involved in Saren's raid on Eden Prime.
and we're on a
You
hunt for
disabled
Saren.
That makes sense. Special Tactics likes people who can think on their feet. I served in the Marines for a decade, mustered out, and went private sector. I was under fire a few times, so I ended up leading this detail.
I imagine you are a good soldier then? So how did you get this job as a port security?
There are guards everywhere. Are there that many problems here?
I'm sure Parasini-san gave you the ultra-special blah-blah about business here.
A little bit.
Everyone wants to be protected from everyone else. But everyone also thinks they have a special right to kick over everyone else.
So you keep them in line as the chief security.
So you have to keep them from getting too eager.
Most of my job is diplomacy. Two corps start yelling at each other, my people walk in, flash some ceramic, and they start talking civilly. If there is anything this job has taught me, it's how to be impartial.
Right. But do they have their own security?
Don't they have their own security forces?
Everything from hackers to mercenaries. They have investments to protect after all. But we are the only ones allowed to bear arms. Which is why the companies constantly try to bribe my people. I have a clear policy against freelancing. Anyone who works on the side is fired.
I see. It's good to have a code. Alright, that's all for now. Farewell, Makedo-san.
I'll be moving on.
Very good, Commander. Please stay out of trouble.
Now let's talk about you.
Get out of here.
Okay, good talking to you, bitch. I can already smell the disdain off her, and I don't mean her attitude. So this is Opold's package. Alright. Journal. Experimental weapon mod. Whoever this customer that Hannah wanted to sell this weapon to must be into some shady business, as Shepard and I have already pointed that out. Alright, let's confront this Hanar.
Greetings, Spectre. Have you brought the package?
Who's the recipient?
I want to know where this package is going.
This one's customer prefers to remain anonymous.
Yeah, well how about you see this our way? We could be selling this weapon mod to our enemies. I want to know that this weapon is not to be used against us.
I'd be stupid to do this without knowing I'm not equipping my own enemies.
Your words are not unreasonable. The customer is the Krogan called Inamorda. That one is a bounty
Krogan?
hunter of some repute, and quick to anger. Now, does the other have the package?
Yes, we do.
Here you are.
The Spectre has done a great service for this one. From the deepness of light, it thanks you. This one promised compensation for services rendered. It humbly suggests that a sum of 250 credits would be most appropriate.
I don't think so. I just gave you a legal weapon mod that's experimental. I need double of the price.
Would you have had any chance of getting this past customs without me? You can be a bit more generous.
Yeah?
The other's words possess the discomforting ring of truth.
Damn straight it does.
This one could raise the sum to 500 credits. That is half this one's profit taken by the other. It can offer no more.
That's even better.
That's thoughtful of you.
This one is glad to have come to an agreement.
Thank you. Now I want to buy something.
Show me what you're selling.
Of course.
Now let's see your standard items. Good upgrades for grenades, medical, and for cargo manifest. Alright. Now that's out of the way. Gianna Parasini.
How can I help you?
What are the lab facilities that resides on this planet?
How large are the facilities here?
We have 17 research complexes built into the mountains. Each is a self-sufficient facility housing a staff of hundreds.
That's almost robotic. Practice that much. What are the corporations that are invested in Noveria? What's it called?
Tell me about the companies that work on Noveria.
Over 250 high-tech firms rent our labs. Major shareholders include Elanus Risk Control Services, Binary Helix, and Synthetic Insights Limited.
That's quite of a list of companies. Tell us about the Elias Risk Control.
Your guards work for ERCS, don't they?
The executive board gets a discount on facility security. Elanus also develops lethal and non-lethal weapons.
Alright. Tell us about the binary helix.
Binary Helix. They work in genetics?
BH is a leader in genetics and biotechnology. They try to keep a low profile in the media. Much of their research is in biotic modifications. That angers many Luddite, organic baseline, and fundamentalist groups.
Yeah, that's interesting. Genetic editing, then. Can you tell us about the Synthetic Insights?
Haven't I seen Synthetic Insights in the news lately?
They're one of only 4 corporations licensed by the Citadel Council to develop artificial intelligence. They attract many protests. No agitators have ever breached our security. That's why they invest heavily here.
That's interesting. But, now to the main question. Where's Ananias?
I'd like to speak to Annaleus.
One moment, please. Mr. Annaleus?
Yes, what?
Commander Shepard is asking to see you, sir.
Right, fine, come in.
Impatient and agitated, that one. Well, what do you know? The guy in charge is a amphibian. Solarian.
You will excuse me if I don't stand up. I have no time to entertain refugees from that urban blight called Earth.
Son, we are hardly refugees. And Earth is hardly a urban blight. And it sounds like you've read our file.
I see you looked up my service record.
Only a fool enters negotiation without knowledge of the other party's tendencies. This greeting is a courtesy. I will only cooperate as required by the executive board. Businesses come here to avoid the second guessing of galactic law.
Isn't it lack of oversight risky, dude?
Are you telling me you have no safety protocols?
Seriously?
Don't be ridiculous. Do you think a for-profit company would take no precautions against loss of life and material? Project leads have the final say here, not meddlesome politicians.
We're looking for Saren. Has he been sighted on Noveria?
Do you do business with Saren?
Agent Saren, one of your Spectre compatriots?
Ex-compatriots?
Binary Helix Corporation, which is one of Noveria's backers.
So, is he developing weapons here?
Is Binary Helix developing weapons for him?
It's possible, given his interests. What our clients do in their labs is their business.
Shit. We heard that Major Benezia has passed through here on Noveria days ago, and we heard that she's in somewhere called Peak 15. What can you tell us about her business being here?
I've heard an Asari matriarch is here. Benezia?
She arrived a few days ago, accompanied by a personal escort and some cargo. She's up at Peak 15.
Define what sort of cargo?
What can you tell me about her cargo?
Large, heavy, and sealed. It passed weapons screening. Beyond that, it is not our concern.
Define the personal escort? Who was with her?
What do you mean, personal escort?
The phrase is self-explanatory. Bodyguards attending to the safety of her person, mainly Asari commandos.
You let Asari who can kill you with their brains run around, but give us flack about guns?
They followed all our regulations. I had no reason to forbid Lady Benezia from taking them.
That's just freaking perfect. Why is she here?
What brought her out here?
If I knew, I wouldn't be at liberty to say. She came here as Agent Saren's executor. She's here on business for Binary Helix. There were issues at Peak 15 that required Saren's attention.
Issues. Interesting. We need to see her. Is there a way to be able to reach her?
I'd like to see her, immediately.
I'm afraid that you cannot. Peak 15 is a private facility in the Skadi Mountains. Regardless, there is a blizzard in the area. Shuttles are grounded and surface access has been cut off.
So then we drive? What's the problem?
Surface access, you say?
Cut off, I said. The roads are not suitable for travel. Don't make an issue of this, Shepard.
Shepard, I am sure that there are other people here who could help us.
I see. Well then, let's discuss another topic.
Back to my other questions.
Every minute of my time you waste costs the company 12 credits. I will keep a running tally.
Your company can lose 1,000 credits and I'll still answer questions. I don't give a shit. What I care about is you giving me some answers. Now, since there are no other further questions at this moment, and that you are completely unhelpful, we are going to take our business elsewhere, talking to other people that might be more helpful than you. Goodbye.
I have no more questions at this time.
Good. I received a dozen urgent messages while you dithered about.
Oh, kiss my ass, Vivian. Oh, that was a waste of time.
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Henshin.
Were you just talking to us, Gianna?
You've never worked in the corporate world, have you, Commander? You can't bludgeon through bureaucracy.
We can see that.
So it would seem. I need an alternative.
A way?
Talk to Lorik Keene. You should be able to find him at the hotel bar.
What?
Can't say more. Not within earshot of Mr. Ananias.
Where's Laura Keene?
You
And
said
who
I
is
should
he?
talk to Lorik Keene?
Mr. Ananias isn't the only one with a pass to leave Hanshan. Keene spends his days at the hotel since his office was closed.
And he is spending in the cantina, I guess. Alright then. We're going to find him.
I've taken up enough of your time.
Not at all, Spectre. This is my job, after all.
Alright, so bad news, the guy in charge is an idiot and couldn't be able to give us a free reign to get us to where we need to go, to this Peak 15 place. But the good news seems that we may have an inside ally. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be a good stopping point after these messages. Has gone Spy, the Spy, sign off for now.